Cancer. The other thing that just came to me right as I hit the off button and I was picking up the cards is perhaps you are the micromanager. Perhaps you are the one that's been trying to hold something together um, by trying to control and micromanage everything or everyone. And that behavior of yourself has really pushed people away. And this could signal you surrendering to trying to control everything, trying, feeling like you're doing, what these people are like, oh, I have to do everything. If I don't do it, nothing's going to happen. But sometimes those people don't give anyone else a chance, or they're so insanely particular about how they want something done, which in the grand scheme really doesn't matter. But just like I said, I had 90 days to do something. I did it less than 24 hours, but that wasn't good enough. So it could be that you yourself really need to examine that, whether maybe you are making a situation unbearable because of that type of micromanaging behavior of yourself. Um, as well. I mean, we're not always the victims or other people are in the wrong. Tarot's about personal growth and examining things like this. So just something to consider. Okay, you're like, wow, thanks for that, Jen. Take care. Bye. Hi there, Cancer. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I am here doing your monthly reading for December 2017. So happy holidays, happy new year. I'm using the Druid Craft Tarot today. Oh, she's been coming out a lot this month. The Nine of Pentacles. So when she comes up in a reading for me, it's really about being authentic and living a life doing what feeds your soul, what you want to do, and not worrying about what society thinks, what other people think. And that doesn't mean like you have to um, tell everyone and declare things. For example, I don't tell everyone I'm a tarot reader because I know some people just won't, they're just not going to understand and will have a negative reaction. And I'm like, there's no reason I need to disclose that to them. Not that I care what they think, but it's just like at work or something. I'm not going to bring it up. But still, I do my own thing and I have my thing, and I'm not going to. I know someone who really likes tarot cards and has tarot cards and absolutely will not hides them from her husband. Now, there's a difference between a superior at work that might, you know, look strangely upon it and they don't need to know my personal business, and the person you're supposed to be spending your life with, your life partner, that you have to hide something like that from them. That was just sort of a red flag. So she's at the bottom of the deck and we have the High Priestess. So is there anything that you're hiding? Do you find yourself hiding things about yourself from people that you should truly be able to be your true self around? And if you are, it's something to think about. Like, why is that? Why don't you feel you can be authentic with your partner, with with someone really, really close to you? That's something to explore. Because I think if you can't, it would be a sign of maybe this relationship isn't as stable. And we do have the Tower here, or this friendship or this situation isn't as deep and on as solid of a foundation as I think it is if I find that I have to hold back and I can't be my authentic self around these people. and I see that coming to an end. I see that realization, that you've been modifying your behavior to make someone else happy, or to not rock the boat, or because someone else has such, it's weird. If you're around people that are very particular, or very difficult, or they have a temper, or you find yourself modifying your behavior, because you can't reason with them. It's the easiest thing is just to, you walk on eggshells, and that's a huge red flag. And that could be in any sort of relationship, any sort of situation. And yes, again, there are some that on some level we have to tolerate, like in the workplace, until we can find a different situation. That doesn't mean that you should just stay there forever. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But there are some things we just can't instantly get out of. But it's a realization, like, this is not cool, and screw you guys. I'm going home and getting out of there. And I think for some reason, I mean, this has been a mental anguish. Like, it's been super stressful. And then just having this realization with this tower, like, this isn't cool. And why the hell am I continuing to put myself in this situation? I'm trying to I'm trying to keep like these plates spinning, and it's just not healthy. It's not worth it. And your feelings matter. And this doesn't mean you're being reactive, or you can't handle something. I worked for this lady who was absolutely abusive. She would yell at me, and I am a good employee. I do things. If I can do them the minute I get them, I do them. I don't procrastinate. I'm on top of things. I don't let things just, I'm very capable and on top of things. And this person would yell at me. For example, we had 90 days to process something. It came in late in the afternoon. I did it first thing the next morning. Okay, we had 90 days. I did it in less than 24 hours. Oh, I guess you couldn't do it any faster. And like walked away. And little things like that, big things and little things. And I remember a friend of mine saying, well, I ended up leaving because I moved, and then someone I knew took my place. And she's like, well, she doesn't let things bother her, as much as you do. She can let things like that. So I was like, wow. So like, basically she was saying it was my fault that like I was just too sensitive or something. Well, you know what? No. Your feelings matter, and there is a line that's unacceptable, and this person was absolutely abusive, and the other person left too because she couldn't deal with her. So I felt rather vindicated, because I was made to feel like it was just me who was too sensitive. It's like, no, thanks for not believing me. She was a horrible person. So you do matter, your thoughts matter, and your mental health and feelings matter, and not to stay. So something you're not going to be able to sort of enable or keep this facade up that everything's okay in some area. It's going to come to light, and it's going to be great though, because you're going to be like, John, like, I have been walking on eggshells. I've been doing everything to me, and like, this person's unpleasable. And this King of Pentacles upside, he's like the ultimate micromanager, like, just to the to a ridiculous degree, where it's like they're just not a happy person. No matter what you do, it's never going to be good enough. But so I know that's like, wow, thanks for the super negative reading, but you have this beautiful upright star card. So dealing with these situations, big or small, they don't have to, this could just be the teacher at daycare. It could be like one thing, but for some reason, these people that are like that can really, they're malignant. They can just, they're stuff, they just have a way of getting to us and seeping into all parts of our life. And sure, there is like, don't, why do you let them get to you? Don't let them get to you. But also, often these people are, the more you pull back or set boundaries, the more they go after you, I've found too. So really decisively, definitively dealing with that situation, and then the healing. You're going to be like, oh my God, it's like, I can't believe, I know someone who had left a somewhat maybe hostile work environment and got a new job, and she was just like it took her a long time. It's like I to not be on guard and to feel supportive and like she is doing a good job, because she, this other atmosphere. I mean, sometimes you just have people and you can't do anything about it but take care of yourself and get into a better situation. And then once you do, you're like, why did I stay in that old situation too long? But so long, but now you can heal. The healing can begin. And it's like, yeah, it's just like a breath of fresh air. So up until now, it's, I think it's, you might not be have been realize you've been holding your breath or white knuckling and trying to deal with this, or tell yourself, oh, I'm just being sensitive, I just need to let it go. And you have two of these micromanagers here. But until you deal with it, you're blocked from this new emotional beginning from coming in. So once you have that aha, that stop resisting the tower, and have that aha moment, and then the healing can begin. You start feeling better on all accounts. So heading into the new year, it's going to be like, woohoo, like freedom, like just release and healing, and being able to hope and dream and wish, and good things coming. And then that again will, just like that, the one thing can kind of creep into all areas of your life. This goodness is then going to creep in all areas of your life. So the reading's really asking you to really look at things, and look at things that you've been you've resigned yourself to or been trying to make better, that just really are not, you can only control yourself, and you can't fix this situation. And coming to that realization and accepting it, and making the changes necessary so that um, you can move forward and heal and be much, much happier and healthier. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.